we told you earlier today that we are going to come back today and we are going to be bringing you a recap of the major stories and the major events that took place within the week. My name is Dozie Onoha, and I have with me, as usual, Mr. Peter Anosike. Mr. Peter Anosike, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, today we are going to start up as fast as we can. First story we have here, like we mentioned in the morning when we came for the Saturday Business Roundtable, we are going to bring you all these stories and more. Mr. Peter Anosike is going to do justice in giving us a detailed analysis of each of the stories that I'm going to be reading out to you this evening. The first story we have here, Presidential Election Petition Court. PFN appeals to Nigerians to accept pending verdict for nation building. Leadership of Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, has appealed to Nigerians to accept the verdict of Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, on the outcome of the February 25th, 2023 presidential poll in the country in good faith. The 5-member PEPC, under the leadership of Justice Haruna Samani, has reserved judgment in the petitions filed by the presidential candidates of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar. Okay, the story continues, but we'll not be giving you full details of it. Now, the next story we have here, FG sacks advertising standard panel over all eyes on the judiciary billboard. If you can recall, within the week, the federal government dissolved the Secretariat of the Advertising Standard Panel, ASP, over its approval of billboards termed as blackmailing the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal with the title All Eyes on the Judiciary. The Director General of the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ACON, Dr. Olalekan Fadolepo, announced the dissolution of the panel in a statement released on Tuesday. Fadolapo said the council has also suspended its director and deputy director in charge of regulations to allow investigations into the issue. Now, the next story you have here also, Niger. Okay, talking about Niger now, Defense Headquarters directs service chiefs to compile war items. In compliance with directives of the Economic Community of West African States, the Defense Headquarters has commenced build-up preparations for the possible mobilization of troops and equipment for a possible confrontation with the junta in Niger Republic. Findings have revealed this. However, the ECOWAS Parliament is divided over the issue of military might to force the junta, which overthrew President Mohamed Bazoum on the July 26th, out of power and to reinstate the Nigerian president. The military high command itself was gathered, had directed the service chiefs to compile and submit war requirements such as the number of personnel, equipment, logistics, and of course financial cost to the Chief of Defense Staff. This story unfolds. Now let's move to the next one. 62% of Nigerians see country moving forward under Tinubu. This is a survey made by the CMC. Now, 62% of Nigerians in a new survey believe Nigeria will move forward under the administration of President Bola Tinubu. The survey was conducted by CMC Connect LLP, Lagos-based public perception consulting and strategic communication firm, in partnership with Analyst Data Services and Resources, ADSR. The firm said a total of 1,714 participants across the country's 6 geopolitical zones took part in the survey and shared their opinions and views concerning the first 60 days of Tinubu's administration. Now, from their survey, 38% do not see the country moving forward under the current administration, while 62% do see the country moving forward, the reports reads. Okay, now the next story here we have here, petrol price set for another increase as landing cost goes up. There are strong indications that the pump price of petrol may be on the verge of another increase. The third increase in 10 weeks, as information gathered from oil marketers suggests that the increase may be much sooner than later. Recall that oil marketers had last Sunday indicated that the cost of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, would rise to between 680 naira per litre and 720 naira per litre in the coming weeks should the dollar continue to trade from 910 naira to 950 naira at the parallel markets. Also, we also bring you the story that's where the former Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha, who has recently endorsed Uzodimma, who is the current governor of Imo State, for a second term. Now, the story reads that former Imo Governor Senator Rochas Okorocha has endorsed the second tenure bid of Governor Hope Uzodimma in the November 11th governorship election. This was the outcome of the meeting between Vice President Kashim Shettima, the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Omar Gandije, Uzodimma, and of course himself, Rochas Okorocha. Now, we have another story here concerning the fuel subsidy. Marketers demand transparency as fuel subsidy secretly returns. Government, in its ongoing fiscal and monetary policy reforms aimed at stabilizing the exchange rate market. Okay, all right. The signing. Okay. Now the story is has to do with the marketers, the oil marketers, demanding for transparency from federal government as they feel that the fuel subsidy has returned. This fuel subsidy that was earlier removed by the federal government, they say has secretly returned. Now we have another story here coming from Niger Republic saying that Mali, Burkina Faso sent warplanes to Niger in response to potential military intervention. Now the story reads that Mali and Burkina Faso dispatched warplanes on Friday to Niger, in a show of solidarity against possible military intervention by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. A report aired on Niger State Television highlighted joint effort by Mali and Burkina Faso in support of Niger and the deployment of warplanes within Niger's borders. Now, these and many more stories we are going to be bringing to you. Mr. Nosike is going to help to interpret all these and of course analyze them in a way you will like it this evening. But before we go into that, I want to remind you also that we are streaming this show on YouTube. Just type Voice of the People 90.3 FM on YouTube, and of course you will see the program. You can comment on it, you can like, and of course drop your comments. We also have VOP on all our social media handles. You can go there and follow us at VOP 903 FM, Facebook, Twitter, and of course Instagram. And also remember that you can also be a part of this program by the time we open the phone lines by calling the number 0700 903 903 903, or you send us a message on WhatsApp 0700 903 903 But that will be by the time the phone lines are open. Mr. Peter Nosike, we have the first story here, talking about the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria asking Nigerians to accept in good faith whatever judgment or whatever verdict the tribunal will be coming up with by the end of the day.
Well, personally, I feel that message was misdirected. It shouldn't have been directed to Nigerians. They should have directed that message to the presidential
candidates.
No, to the presidential election petition judges.
Okay.
They should have directed their message to those judges handling those cases to deliver justice. Not to deliver judgment, but to deliver justice. And justice simply means giving what is due to somebody, not denying somebody of what he or she merits. That is what justice implies, giving somebody what is due to him or her, not denying somebody. So those pastors or whatever should have directed their message to those appeal court judges appealing to them to deliver popular judgment, appealing to them to deliver justice, to pass their judgments based on the evidences before them, and not telling Nigerians to accept in good faith. So if they pass a bad judgment, we will accept it in good faith.
Accept in good faith. Okay.
No. It shouldn't happen. So that message is wrongly delivered. It's not meant for Nigerians. They should redirect that message to those at the appeal court, that they should try to deliver justice, not just judgment. As men of God, they should appeal to the judges at the appeal court, to this 5-man committee, to deliver popular judgment, to pass their evidences to pass their judgment based on the evidences before them, and not appealing to Nigerians to accept anything in good faith. If justice is not delivered, I doubt if Nigerians would accept it in good faith. And you don't condone evil. So what they are trying to tell us, even if the judgment is wrong, we should accept it. And this is hypocrisy. And we know who signed that statement. One day, okay. We know where he come from. Understand?
But
so these are people who...
Is this really about where...
These are people...
As religious leaders, they are meant to, find a way to bring peace or to preach peace in the country. Don't you think it's a way of, saying, please, to preach against violence or maybe any form of...
No.
With
every
like
action requires reaction. Understand me? Every action has its own consequences, whether good or bad. So that message should have gone to those appeal court judges. Deliver popular judgment. Deliver justice. Pass your judgments based on the evidences before you. Understand? And not telling me, okay, now maybe I'm in a court with you over my land, over my property. And justice was not meant. You say I should accept it in good faith. I won't. So what they should be preaching is to the judges to try and pass justice, and not to Nigerians to accept whatever. So if we continue to accept now, it means there's no need for election in the country. Because tomorrow they'll still tell us accept. So let the writing be done. And the writing is for those at the appeal court
to deliver justice.
To deliver justice. And that should be the concern of those PFN members.
Because for every action taken by someone, something must happen.
There must be a reaction.
A cause to it.
Yes. If it's good, you get a positive response. If it's bad, you get negative response. And what they don't know is that consequences is even more important than the action. Consequences are far more important than the action. So before you take any action, ask yourself, what is going to be the consequences of this action? But they know that if justice is delivered, the consequences will be positive. The effect will be positive. Because everybody knew what happened there on February 25. So they shouldn't be telling Nigerians, accept in good faith. No, the tribunal judges should deliver justice. That's where they should direct their appeal. That's my stand on that.
Okay, thank you so much. A very, very interesting one there. Now we have within the week we saw what happened where some persons, or maybe let me say citizens of the country, if you go to the social media, Twitter and some of the social media, you see where it's trending everywhere. All eyes on the judiciary, or eyes on judiciary, and some persons went to the extent of printing billboard, placing advert on a billboard, and putting it in some strategic areas, kind of creating awareness that all eyes are actually on the judiciary. But something happened within the week where the federal government came and they instructed for the billboard to be pulled down. And not just that it was pulled down, an action was taken on the Secretariat of the Advertising Standard Panel, where the Director General and Deputy Director General of the regulation were kind of suspended because of this particular action. Now, what's your reaction or what's your take on this particular?
Just like arising from the first one, all eyes
on the judiciary.
It's on the judiciary, not on Nigerians. That's why
so this is validating the what you
sure.
Okay.
So all eyes is on the judiciary, not on Nigerians. So the judiciary should deliver justice. But look, there are 3 different types of queues. We have military queue, just like as it happened in Niger, as has been happening in Nigeria in the past. We have constitutional queue. That's rigging of an election, getting into political office through fraudulent ways, just as P2B and Atiku are contesting in the court. Then we have what is known as conscience queue. So all eyes
where you play on the conscience of people.
So all eyes on the judiciary is a conscience queue. It's a conscience queue, and queue comes like a thief in the night. You don't expect it.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't expect it. Just like what the INEC chairman did was the queue by announcing the result of the presidential election by 4 a.m. when good Nigerians are sleeping.
Okay, only good Nigerians.
Only good Nigerians will be, bad people are awake in the night.
Okay.
So good people sleep in the night.
In the night. Okay.
So what he did was a queue, like a thief. Thief do their things in the night. So most queues happen in the night. But military queue is always as a result of bad governance. Everywhere military queue occurs, it is always as a result of bad governance. In 1983, when Abacha overthrew the government of Shehu Shagari and they gave Buhari power, they listed a lot of corruptive acts, understand? So which means they struck because of bad governance. When Babangida overthrew Buhari in August 1985, they gave their reasons, incompetence. So military coup is always as a result of bad governance. And that's why there are people that maybe the new wine will be better than the old. So now, but even though they have given their order, but the message has already been passed. All eyes on the judiciary does not need to be written anywhere. It's now in the consciousness of every Nigerian. As you are sleeping, it's written boldly in your mind. So the message has already been passed. They couldn't stop it, and nobody stops conscience.
Somebody said sometime that the whole action of pulling down the billboard and all this has actually helped, to propagate the information, has taken it farther than the billboard itself would have even taken it.
And that's what they don't even know. Just like Pontius Pilate killing Jesus Christ was making Jesus more popular.
Exactly.
Understand me? So Pontius Pilate did Jesus a favor by killing him, because if not, you and I wouldn't have been Christians. If the Christians of the old were not persecuted, Christianity would not have gotten to Africa. So pulling it down made it more popular, draw international interest on it. So all eyes are on the judiciary. and the judiciary must pass justice. They must deliver justice. That's why all eyes are on them.
But okay, from these statements here, they say that the billboards, actually, their statement, they said it's blackmailing the
Who is afraid?
Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. Now, don't you think there is sense or there is a truth in what they are saying?
Who is afraid? All eyes on the judiciary is like before the election, they were telling you, vote wisely. When they were saying vote wisely, is it against who? It's against nobody. Vote wisely, if you know the right candidate, vote for the person. That's why they were saying vote wisely. But still, some people, some enemies of Nigeria, those who have kept Nigeria where it is, we are feeling that vote wisely was against them. The same thing that all eyes on the judiciary, some bad eggs feel that it is against them. But the truth is that all eyes are on the judiciary.
So the eyes are not really going to be taken away.
It cannot be taken away. It has come. It's not even written in our minds. It's written in our minds. So even putting it down doesn't even make anything. It is written in the mind of well-meaning Nigerians.
Okay, let's take a walk to Niger Republic. We know what has been happening in Niger of recent. Now we have a developing story here that came up within the week, where the defense headquarters has directed its service chiefs to compile war items. And why were they asked to compile war items? Because the Economic Community of West African States, they've given a directive, for a build-up, to commence build-up preparation for a possible mobilization of troops and equipment against Niger Republic. Now, what do you have to say about this development?
Well, Tupac, the rap artist, said that they have money for wars, but they cannot feed the poor. That's what Tupac said. They have money for war, but they cannot feed the poor. Over 70 million Nigerians are in abject poverty. 133 million Nigerians are in multidimensional poverty. And they are telling service chiefs to bring a budget to compile war items, including how much it will take to persecute a war that does not concern you.
And we know how much war can take
to persecute a war that does not concern you. Why most Nigerians are going to bed without food? They want to fight war while we are suffering. The prices of foodstuffs are increasing on a daily basis. Basic commodities in the country are no more affordable. And they are saying, bring budget for war. What do you want to achieve in that war? Just to restore somebody whose own people rejected. Just to restore somebody whose own people rejected. So I don't know the covenant which they have with him. So they want to go for, and you know what happens? It's just like somebody being invited to where there's a free drink, free food. He will eat more than his stomach requires. Imagine telling a service chief, bring budget for war. Bring budget for war. He's going to bring what? Even the money he's going to, his calculator cannot. And now some innocent Nigerian soldiers are going to die there in what does not concern them. So just as Tupac said, they have money for war, but they cannot feed the poor. They want to go for war that does not concern them. They want to go and kill people just to show, yes, I'm now in charge. I'm in charge of ECOWAS. Tomorrow, something will happen in Algeria. you bribe again to become the chairman of AU. You go for war again, just to massage your ego. So that is what is happening here. Ego trip. Going for war that will not benefit you anything, and your people are suffering.
Now, we're still talking about Niger Republic. Now, in response to the directives given by the ECOWAS, Mali and Burkina Faso, they've sent warplanes to Niger in response. That's a kind of as an intervention, or kind of solidarity with Niger Republic. They've sent warplanes. Maybe let's say they are preparing.
What they sent is Tucano fighter jets. That is what Mali and Burkina Faso sent to Niger. Tucano fighter jets. Nigeria got about 4 or 6 from US. But Boko Haram has finished 4, remaining just 2. But Burkina Faso and Niger sent 21. And these people, Niger has boundaries with about 7 states in Nigeria.
Yes.
And that's where those jets are going to be bombing. People are going to be dying unnecessarily. Because these guys are mean. Now you are no more going to fight just Niger alone. Burkina Faso and Mali have also joined. Russia is also there. The Wagner brothers are there. And what this thing is going to happen is going to increase insurgents. Niger has called for volunteers. And their youths are turning up as volunteers, and they are going to be armed. And the truth is that you can never recover an arm that you give to somebody. So even if the war ends tomorrow, or even there's no more war, those youths are not going to return those arms. So they are setting fire in Africa, in West Africa, because those Niger youths that are coming now as volunteers, some could even be armed robbers who don't have arms. They will come, let us fight, and you give them arms. You can never retrieve that arms from them. So they should know, because in the next 1-2 years, this insurgents in the north is going to increase by over 50%. And they should know that Nigeria is the cause. Because America has lent their destiny now. America now fights their wars through what? Process. Because U.S. election is next year. And if an American soldier dies, there's always hell. They don't want it anymore. So what they now want is to be fighting through process. America has 2 military bases in Niger. U.S. has 2 military drone bases in Niger. They have 1,100 soldiers in Niger. Why can't they use those soldiers to get back because they are already there?
Yeah.
America has 1,100 soldiers stationed in Niger. So if they want war, why can't they use their own soldiers and fight? Then France, because it's America and the United States war that they want to fight. But they don't know that they are being used. Uranium. France gets 20% of its uranium from Niger. 20%. So after Kazakhstan, where they get 27%, the next is Niger. So France is pushing for their own economic interest. Then what is our own interest there? What is your own interest? America is interested in Niger because they see Niger as one of the routes to counter ISIS and the other terrorist organizations. That is their interest in Niger. That's why they have 2 drone bases in Niger. And again, they used to import 14% uranium from Russia. And with the war in Russia, they can, with the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, they cannot go to Russia again to import uranium. So they now want to start importing from Niger. This is also their own interest. What is Nigeria's interest? What is Nigeria's own interest? And if Niger wants, they can destroy Nigeria. River Niger passes through Niger. If they build a dam on River Niger in Niger, Kainji Dam will be off. There will be no more electricity in Nigeria. Very, very simple. If Niger decide to build a dam on River Niger, which passes from Niger to here, Kainji, because what we are using here is hydro, water energy. If they build a dam there, Nigeria will be in darkness. So they are going that to America want to use them as a proxy to maintain their own interests. France want to use them as a proxy to protect their economic interests.
So why are they not seeing this?
Ego trip. This thing should not happen now that I'm the ECOWAS president. I will show them that I'm the ECOWAS president.
So you don't think, like some people say, that maybe it has something to do with seeking legitimacy? By all means.
This is ego trip. This is ego trip. And mind you, as they say, bring budget. Yes. All the ECOWAS peacekeeping nations everywhere, Nigeria funds it. Nigeria funds ECOWAS peacekeeping mission. The other time that ECOWAS sent 15,000 soldiers, Nigeria alone sent half.
Wow.
Nigeria alone sent half of it. And that's still what is going to happen now. Now they have said they have called for budget, bring budget. The other West African countries will fold their hands and say, yes, Nigeria is the big brother.
Is the head.
Fund the war.
The giant of Africa.
Yes, fund it. They will go and waste their money, waste their human resources.
Okay, that is a very nice one there, Peter Anosike. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, and this is the program Recap the Week. My name is Dozie Ono, and I have Mr. Peter Anosike here with me. We are trying to, give you an analysis of everything as it happened. And when we are done doing the analysis, we are going to open up the phone lines so that you can also call in and, of course, make your contributions. Now, 62% of Nigerians, Mr. Anosike, according to CMC, Mr. Anosike is really laughing. Well, I don't know whether it's funny, but maybe I will still ask you if maybe you were among those that counted in the 62% that they see the country moving forward under President Bola Tinubu. So I keep wondering, all these people I've been seeing complaining here and there. I wonder where those ones are. But according to CMC, now they said 62% of Nigerians, they see Nigeria moving forward under President Tinubu. Why the remaining 38%, they do not see the country moving forward? Well, they've already given him a pass mark.
Well, that's to start with. That's not how to. No survey was conducted.
It looks very obvious.
Because now, for any survey, there are always people who say, I'm not interested, don't ask me. Go to check any survey in the world. There's always people who don't give opinion.
And it's always recorded.
It's always a record. You cannot see 62, 38 nowhere in the world. It doesn't happen. Check America pool, check US pool, check pools everywhere. It doesn't happen. So for these people to just say 68 30, 30 tells you that it is fake. Maybe they sat in one room, just bring the thing up. Maybe they'll go to Bodendon or Andausa that to connect some peanuts. Understand? But there's nowhere in this. Even if you go to Acme, which is the headquarters of APC in Lagos State at Acme, Obwa, you cannot get this figure. Understand me? You cannot get this figure. So the reality is that 99% of Nigerians are going through
hell,
untold hardship. 99% of Nigerians, even those who were tricked, deceived into voting APC, are now regretting why they vote APC, because they are suffering. Those that were given 5,000 naira then, I doubt if 5,000 naira can now buy 2 pence of beans. So these people, instead of coming with this kind of nonsense figure, they should be on their knees begging Nigerians for forgiveness. They should be on their knees begging Nigerians for forgiveness for what APC has cost to them. Now, imagine the increase in fuel from Buhari to now. At least under Buhari should be about 220 or so. And Nigerians were shouting that Armageddon has come. From there to now that it is sending 600.
Maybe Armageddon has come and gone.
Understand me. So instead of...
So are you trying to say that the people that came up with this survey were not really paid? They just did it on their own, maybe to seek favor? Or some
they
people
will do
actually
it,
call them to do it?
No, they will do it on their own. Now go to seek reward. Understand?
Wow.
But they don't even step out of their room to write those things. Because one, the fundamentals of doing survey were not followed. You can never get 38 in a survey.
But what if this should even be true in the first place? If this, let's agree that they did a survey and they came up with this. Now, of what significance is this thing to the economy per se? Because saying people see Nigeria, have they eventually see us or something like that will say, okay, we see of what significance is this particular survey to the growth or to the economy of the country?
That's what they used to deceive gullible people at the top. Nigerians are happy with your government. Nigerians are happy with your government. That's why Buhari was saying that he did well. He did well. You know, the former Minister of Information, when he was reminded of a traffic situation in Abuja, he said yes, that Buhari government is favoring Nigerians and we are buying a lot of cars. That is why there's now traffic in Abuja. Understand? So the traffic is because a lot of Nigerians are buying cars because the government is favoring them. And the president, who doesn't have any way of measuring, will be agreeing with what his hangers-on is telling him.
Okay, this is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, and of course the program here is Recap, where we'll bring you a rundown of all that happened within the week. My name is Dozier Ono, and of course I have Peter Anosike here with me. We are going to go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, the program continues. Don't go nowhere.
VOP 90.3.
Are you looking
for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop-off from the Lagos airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream, delights in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Light Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender Greeters, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Are you tired? Are you bored? Well, not anymore. Tune in your favorite radio. At Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Now you have a voice.
There comes a time in the affairs of man when the voice of the people stands unique, constantly challenging society's status quo. 90.3. It is a great place of fun and insight. It is a great place of learning. It could be your school on radio. It could be your life on radio. We are VOP, Voice of the People. VOP 90.3.
Welcome back to the program recap on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Dozie Onoha and I have Mr. Peter Anosike here with me doing the analysis. Now, we've been bringing you top stories of all that transpired within the week. Now we will proceed. Remember that after the analysis, we're going to open up the phone line so that you can call us and make your contributions on 0700 903 903 903 or send your message on WhatsApp 0700 903 9039. Remember, we are also streaming the show live on YouTube. You can go there, VOP 903 FM, and of course, like the show and of course drop your comments. Now, Mr. Anosike, we have another story here concerning the petrol price. Okay, now it's set for another increase as landing cost goes up. This happened was from the statement released by the Oil Marketers Association. Now, we also have a similar stories to this particular one where marketers demand transparency as fuel subsidy secretly returns. What do you have to say about these two stories?
Well, this government is confused. The present government, they are confused. They are yet to get their acts right. And even if you check from the list of the ministers, the Zamfara State former governor, Bello Matawalle, who was made the defense minister, couldn't do anything about bandits in Zamfara State. Zamfara State was the hotbed of terrorist bandits. After Borno, it's Zamfara. People are being killed in Zamfara every day by day under the watch of Governor Bello Matawalle. That's the person that was made the defense minister. How can you give what you don't have?
Do you think that's actually a confusion? Don't you think it's intentional? We are actually being very, very intentional on what they are doing.
Intentional based on what?
Well, I mean, it's the whole selection.
When you are appointed to preside in an area that you don't have competence, you say it's intentional.
I mean, the president was intentional in the people he appointed as his ministers. Like, he knows them. He says, okay, this is the person I want to.
Okay, for this.
Maybe they may not be qualified per se, but he chose them.
How do you, if you are a football coach, how do you place your players?
By competence.
In their areas of competence.
By areas of competence and performance. But sometimes they may say, okay, I know that this person, it may be obvious that this person is not really very strong, but he may choose to put the person for reasons best known to him. That is the problem.
So when you are putting people in areas that are not their competence, what do you expect? Not only that, imagine Abubakar Momo, a 63-year-old man that was appointed Minister of Youth. 63-year-old man being appointed a minister youth minister, 63 years old man. I watched Obaseki training with Bender Insurance for their next match. The governor of Edo State, he was training with Bender Insurance Football
Club.
Yes, preparing them, motivating them for their next match. This is what is expected of somebody who is appointed to preside over youths. Then when you appoint a 63-year-old man youth minister, what will you give to a 40-year-old man? Then check.
Maybe he's 63 in the body, but maybe inside of him he's youth.
Okay, check Festus Keyamo, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development. Festus there. At least in this area, there are structures. Understand me?
Yeah.
There are structures. But you as a leader must know what is going on in every department. You should need to have knowledge of what is going on where you are presiding. Otherwise, they will hoodwink you. They will fool you. They will mess you up. Just like Adamu, who Buhari appointed the Minister of Education. He said before his appointment, he never knew anything about education. What happened? It was a colossal failure. So what is Festus Keyamo going to do? Then Anaki, who is a veteran journalist, being appointed Minister of Solid Minerals. And you expect him to cope. For me, I have an idea which is best known to me of his appointment, but I will not want to say it on air.
Please don't.
Then, apart from that, now check off Adedayo Adenabu, who is an investment banker, who is an ace in banking. This guy should have gone to Minister of Finance or Minister of Finance or Minister of Investment. But they made him Minister of Power. Understand me? They made him Minister of Power. When you are appointed outside your area of competence, you cannot function. Understand? Warren Buffett talked about this. There's a theory he developed he called it second of competence. In second of competence, he said that a shark is the king that's in the sea. You cannot compete with a shark in the sea. But when you now ask a shark to go and perform on the shore, he cannot function. Because you cannot give what you don't have. Because the shark is not equipped to function on the land. So for you to perform, you must be in your area of competence. So most of these guys are not in their area of competence. They are at the mercy of those there. And they may decide to help him or decide to frustrate him. Then for why I said that subsidy is back, because I have said it that Nigerians is in a one chance boss. They are being played like ball. Now when Tinubu said that subsidy is gone. Now the same Tinubu coming back that to tell you that there will be no more increase in the price of fuel. Do you understand this?
Yes.
If I tell you that there will be no increase, it means I'm
and tell that they listen to the plight of the people and they want to
their support base is moving away from them.
Okay,
that is all. It's a survival mission.
So it's not about listening to the plight of
Nigeria. No.
If eventually they brought it back because people are complaining and all that,
their survival base, their base is moving, which they don't want. So this is a survival mission. So he has secretly brought back subsidy. That is why he told Nigerians that fuel will no more increase. Because if it had been completely deregulated, market forces controls it. And you are not in control of market forces. You are not in control of the demand and supply. But for him to say there will be no more increase means that it is being regulated, and that's subsidy. Because it was based on that what you read before, that there's going to be an increase in fuel because of the landing cost. Federal government is based on how much you assess the forex. If it's high, you sell high. If it's low, you sell low. So when he said that there will be no more increase, he doesn't want to tell you again that I have swallowed my pride. I have swallowed my word. I've brought back subsidy. So, but the truth is that you can quote VOP. Subsidy is back to the country. But for you to see how confused they are, 2-3 days ago, they promised 5 billion to each of the states.
And now subsidy is back. So does it mean,
confusion everywhere
is not going to be disbursed again?
This confusion everywhere.
Okay. Please, before we move to the final one, I want to ask a question. Now, when I brought up this whole fuel price stuff, you first of all referred briefly to the ministerial appointment and portfolio before you came back to this. Now, I want to also ask you concerning the ministerial appointment.
Yeah.
Do you think, or rather, don't you think there is amongst all these people, now you've mentioned some of them, is there actually any one of them that is a square peg fitted in a square hole? Is there any of them?
I mentioned those that are holding key positions. Our biggest problem in Nigeria is power. Our biggest problem in Nigeria is power. If power can become steady, Nigeria will become a producing country.
A long way.
Understand me?
Way.
So, but the guy that he put there is not a square peg in a square hole. Rather, that guy should be in the Ministry of Finance or in the Ministry of Investment, because he is a trained banker. So I was mentioning then another problem that you have is insecurity, defense, which requires somebody with a military intelligence. He put a common civilian and unperformed, below average person there. How do you expect this government to work?
A lot of people have been mentioning a certain...
Aviation is a very sensitive area. Aviation is very sensitive. You now put a lawyer there. Look, if I'm abroad...
a lot of people say they will never board local flights again
to Nigeria and hear that a lawyer is the Minister of Aviation. I will not come. I will not come. Because this is a very sensitive area.
It has to do with life.
Understand me? So I don't know who you think is a square peg in a square.
Actually,
if you know,
a lot of people are mentioning Dave Omahe for works. He's an engineer, and we saw what he was able to do in Ebonyi State when it has to do with constructions and things that has to do with work. So don't you think that particular appointment and the person that was also appointed as a minister of I think finance and coordinating minister of economy or something, Wale Edu, right? Something like so.
Wale Edu has been in the finance industry for a long time.
These two persons, maybe amongst others, don't you think they are square pegs in square holes?
2 over 45.
I said amongst others. There are others who may not be able to mention here on air.
If your sons got 2 over 45 in an exam, what will you do?
Okay. Now we have the final story for today, where Okorocha, let's make it brief so that our listeners can actually come in. Okorocha endorses Uzodimma for second term. What do you see there?
Well, what is happening in Imo is shameful. Because this week, Uzodimma set up a panel to investigate forceful seize of properties of lands in Imo State. And the focus was on Okorocha. Now, they brought up the Alvan Ikoku Federal College of Education, where Okorocha forcefully seized. They called it a shell camp. Okorocha demolished 101 buildings there and took over. And they put his family and relations there, give them landed property there. So the panel indicted Okorocha, understand? And now fraudulently gave 6 months. That's when I begin to see fraud. When that panel gave 6 months, Uzodimma's second term election is in 3 months, November. Why give 6 months? So I know that they want to do a deal. They want to do a deal. Okorocha was the King Ahab of Imo State. Yes, that was Okorocha's title. King Ahab of Abia State.
Imo State.
Imo State. Then his wife, Jezebel, Understand? So that's why everything for them, nothing for others. That's why they also want to make his in-law, that's Uchenwo's governor, so that after they have moved, his son and the son-in-law will continue in Douglas house. That's greed. And that's the kind of thing that King Ahab did in his time. So when the panel found him guilty and now gave 6 months, understand me? So then on Friday, Okorocha and they just organized one stupid thing. Okorocha and the Ozodinma went to Shetima. And there, Shetima, Okorocha endorsed Ozodinma for second term. Understand? Which means no more seizing of property. And that is what it means. Endorse me, mobilize for me, and I will not seize their property. So it is Imo people that they are taking for fools. It is Imo people that are taken for a ride.
I want to ask a question, a very important question I've been meaning to ask. Now, this whole endorsement thing that, even in the last election, we saw a lot of people here and there, I endorse this person, I endorse this person. Now, Okorocha is endorsing Ozodinma. Now, we know
for his own selfish
we
interest.
know what happened with Okorocha in Imo State.
And
now, we now know what is actually happening with Ozodinma. This endorsement, does it even in any way have anything to do with the people? Because the whole voting of a thing, I think the people are the ones that does the voting. That, okay, fine, he has endorsed Ozodinma. What effect or what impact is it actually going to have in the whole electoral process in Imo State?
One, the money he allegedly stole has not been recovered from him. He still have it. And he was a senator for 4 years. Understand me? So he's still rich. And as a former governor, no matter how bad, how wicked somebody is, there will still be those loyal to him. So that could be what Ozodinma is looking for. Help me, mobilize for me, and I will now seize their property. You will not go to jail. So it is selfish interest. Understand? So if Imo people buy it, because for me, even Okorocha is not supposed to, his own people should supposed to ostracize him. His own people supposed to ostracize him. But if they listen to him and maybe vote for Ozodinma, what is happening in Imo will continue.
Okay, while we'll take the calls, you will still be throwing more light on this so that we can be able to take as much calls as we can. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. The program is Recap. My name is Dozie Ono, and I have Peter Nosike here with me doing the analysis. Now, I'm going to give a quick rundown of all what we brought to you this evening. It is time for you to call in. I've been seeing a lot of your messages on YouTube and, of course, on WhatsApp. You call in and, of course, make your contributions. Whichever of the topics we brought up that you want to react to, you can quickly react to it. First of all, we brought you a report saying that, the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria has appealed to Nigerians to accept pending verdict of the Presidential Election Petition Court for nation building. We also brought you a story where FG sacked advertising standard panel over all eyes on the judiciary billboard. Also, in Niger, we have a defense headquarters directing service chiefs to compile war items, as against the planned invasion in Niger Republic. And of course, we have Mali, Burkina Faso, and Burkina Faso, sends warplane to Niger in response to potential military intervention by ECOWAS. We also brought you that. Another one we brought to you here says 62% of Nigerians see country moving forward under Tinubu CMC survey. Says we also brought you a report, petrol price set for another increase as landing costs goes up. Now we'll have another one here, subsidy. Marketers demand transparency as fuel subsidy secretly returns. Finally, we say the Okorocha endorses Hope Ozodinma for second term as Imo State governor. Now, the numbers are 0700 903 903 903 for your calls, and of course 0700 903 9039 for your WhatsApp messages. And please, when you call, okay, do well to make it civil. Be very, very much civil with your reactions. Don't let emotions be mixed with it. So that much we are waiting on tribunal according to Ijeoma. Thank you so much for calling 0700 903 903 903 for your calls, and of course 0700 903 9039 for your messages. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, my brother. That was a good evening.
Good evening.
I know you can greet you too.
Good evening.
I'm going to look at the call. I'm going to look at the call from Ejibo.
Okay.
Emeka from Ejibo, please go ahead.
My brother, in Igbo language, they say, "Any aturi mukawari ainu." That means they do near nani. Especially when they speak to him through proverb, and he expecting the person to explain the proverb for him. That means the money where they take money is more than an nonsense money that. These politicians, they have been speaking to us through proverbs, and all the whole Nigeria refuse to hear that. They refuse to see that. And we are dancing on their phone. They are messing us up. My brother, this democracy they are talking about, I don't think you are a recent student. You are a recent student. This democracy we are talking about was first practiced in this land where me and you there. I don't talk about any tribe. I will talk about Igbo tribe. Democracy is a war of Igbo losing formula at Igbo land before the white invade this land. And today, our brothers are telling us democracy is a baby in Africa. And when I listen to Igbo men that used to use that language, I pity for them. Democracy where your grandfather, your ancestors are practicing. You know what is democracy? Democracy is for the choice of the people, not for the choice of the three criminals. What is all this? Now look at the Judaism there. They put all eyes on the court. Then he went and put the billboard down, telling us that the billboard possesses a threat to court. Where in the world can a billboard possess a threat to human beings who want to do a right thing in their heart? Now, I learned that court is a common hope of another man. It's a last hope of another man, Abi. Now, but they turn it now the strong hope of criminal organizations. That's what they talk court to be. Now they are bringing all manner of organizations to come and talk to us to accept. Nigeria told them something. You bring a report, they condemn this election. Locally bring report, they condemn this election. Mr. Yakubu himself accepted the mistake. This election will not be accepted. Let them be honest. If they don't want to put fire in this country, if they are going to face fire at the Niger Republic, they should get ready to face fire here because this is a pure civilian coup. If nobody wants to take it, let them take it. It's something to try not to come out and vote. You call it a democracy. You are running around looking for legitimacy. Why? Because if you do not do the legitimacy to local, you fail all. You fail all. That's why you see that man fail at the Niger Republic. If they listen to France, listen to America, why he forget his own people? Then they overthrow him. These people are now telling military to bring budget. Why we are hungry here? No problem. We are looking at all of them. But all I tell you, all the old leaders of Nigeria, that we wish them good luck for their wrongdoing. If they will not change, let them remain like that. May God bless you people.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling. 0700 903 903 903 for your calls, and of course 0700 903 9039 for your WhatsApp messages. Okay, I think I have a caller here before I go over to the messages. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, your name and location.
This is AJ.
Okay.
Yeah, this is AJ talking from a
Okay, please go ahead.
I am extremely, disenchanted to hear Pentecostal appealing to the law to be subservient like them, equitable like them, to be egregious like them? Do they have power of perspicacity? Are they percipient? I'm grossly disappointed that the proposals are telling law that is operated by positivity and pragmatism. That whatever it is, the friends taken in good faith. Are they persecuted under Tribunal? Are they under Parada? Are they under Shepherd? What do they consider being Nigerians? Blindfolded? Do they think we are easily subjected to win? A matter is in the law, and the duty of the law to it's balance. So if they delay, we should take it.
Okay.
What a country. More so with the so-called religious leaders.
Thank you.
The creation of churches here and there. What have they contributed, the leaders of the so-called churches? Rather than committing anomy, which is one of these issues of people taking it as free. This is grossly unbelievable. God will judge them one by one. Anyway, they are not serving God. They are serving the devil. They can't take this. Let them continue to consume their tequila and their shepherd, so that at the end of the day, they will be completely saved by source and then be thrown into history of our immobility. AJ rests his case here.
Thank you so much, AJ. Thank you. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. Okay, we'll have, let me go to WhatsApp. We'll have a message here. Good evening, crew. Mr. Anosike has said my mind. As for the ministerial list and the portfolio, like Adebantu sang in his song, loyalty na cash and carry, objection na mortuary, everybody get agenda. Okay, with mercenary enterprise putting round pegs in square holes. How will this kind of people with corrupt, questionable characters offer Nigerians all this? Okay, what will they offer Nigerians? All this is political propaganda. Also, it might be for the return, okay, for the rerun election. Also, he said he will continue in Buhari's legacy. There is a saying, blessed is him that do not expect, for they shall not be disappointed. They have made us a world's laughing stock. It's very unfortunate. All eyes on the judiciary. When are they giving the judgment? Dayo from Faba. Thank you so much, Dayo, for that lengthy one. Hello, good evening. Please, your radio, please turn down the volume so I don't cut you off.
Okay.
Okay, please go ahead. What's your name and location?
My name is Paul. I'm calling from Ojibega.
Your name is what?
My name is Paul. I'm
Paul,
calling from
okay, please, Paul, go ahead.
When I know that Tinubu has failed this nation, it is when he appoints Dr. Kiamo as a Minister of Innovation. It's a failure. Because through the ministers that he appointed, that is, I know that Tinubu has failed this country. That is the first one. The second one is this. Nigeria are hungry.
Oh, please, Paul, do call us back. We lost that. Okay, we'll have another caller here. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location? I didn't get your name again.
I'm Wilson, calling from Oba.
Okay, please go ahead.
Good evening. To what this is a new government. Niger has just started. How many months people have started condemning? Doing Niger. I mean, let's take the question. Nobody really wants war. Hello.
Can you please call us back? Your network is, we are struggling to hear you over here. Just maybe you can. No, not at all. We are struggling to hear you. Hello. Okay, please. Okay, I think it's a bit better now. You can go ahead now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
There is a new government that just 3 months ago. And not that because you choose a lawyer for aviation, you can even choose an engineer or this thing. It's not about lawyer or choosing somebody that learns the law. But I think we need to give these people, we need to be patient with these people. Let them start in. I think after 6 months, we will be able to judge them. All this one that saying what is happening like this, what is happening in this happen here. Who will stand? Most of us that have seen war before, that experienced the Biafran war, we never think of all this. So I think most of them are doing maybe because they are, I think most of them maybe because they are candidates too. And that's why I'm making all these points. That's why they're making all these points. If we take us to nowhere, we should pray for this nation. If Francis, if you do for us, if we think anything happen, it's going to affect all of us. So let us be patient with this government. We take it over the government. After some months, we'll be able to judge them. And let's wait for a panel that is only God knows whether it will be or this will be there. So Nigeria, the president, and pray for your government, and pray for the government. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much. God bless Nigeria.
Well, what he was saying, that this is a new government, that they are just 3 months old, you give them a chance. But the success of any business, the success of anything is known by the quality of the team. It is a team, not individual. It is the success of a team depends on how good the competency. If you assemble a good team, you get a good result. If you assemble a bad team, you get a bad result. Buhari assembled underperformers, below average team. And that's why we saw what we saw under him.
Yeah, please, sorry to cut you short. We have a caller here. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. What's your name and location?
This is Originality calling from US.
Originality calling from the US. Okay, please, Originality, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Firstly, I want to thank you guys for what you're doing. My brother, Nosiki, I greet you.
Thank you so much.
Just like what you guys are saying, we have a long way to go until be able to see to make Nigeria better. Every hand ought to be on deck. Politics, how do you do things? Just because they knew that if things get better, like here, who is the politician? You're on your own. Everybody's living better. Not really, it might not be better, but at least you have a job. You can do 4 jobs a day. So try to suppress, to do the hunger as a, so that the people keep, because you look at, people are hungry. You took out what they call it, subsidy. I get me. Instead of you to cushion the make your and you are looking for where to go and fight war, where you're gonna spend money, where when you are the citizens are dying of hunger. Is that right? Look at the just like what my brother said. Somebody, it's just like there's a one sang that song. When a teller leave a teller and begin to I think the fella, teller leave a teller and begin to engineer. I get me, and see a bricklayer begin to do a surgery. This is what happening. This exactly what happened in that ministerial appointment. Somebody supposed that is as a lawyer, and you made him what do you call it, aviation. Yeah. So what are you expecting to? He will just go there and relax and eat money and go home. even make things worse. That's why check out for a certain year till now, things are getting more worse because we are not giving the right people. So it's not about what I call it. When you serve me, I get it, then I pay you back by giving you Mr. So this kind of thing cannot help us. So we need to begin to do right, and the citizens need to help us because most of the time, even we are not a good followers. I get it. We will see that this is not right. I get it. You will see people still shouting, saying that yeah. So how can things get better? So we citizens, we need to be a good follower. So when we have become a good follower, to say the truth, here in America, everybody will challenge you. You know, because everybody knows it's right, you know what to do, but because of it, we're hungry. So we want to pay to get. So those people cannot help us until we stand out, until we become a good follower, to speak out, to challenge them whenever they are wrong. They know what they are doing, you know, but that's why they are doing everything to buy us. Thank you guys for what you are doing. I hope tomorrow will get better for us.
Thank you so much. We pray tomorrow gets better
and
for
God bless
all
us,
of us.
and God bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. What's your name and location?
Okay. This is Tayo calling from Oba.
Okay, please go ahead.
Mr. Anozike, good evening.
My good friend, good evening, sir.
I will disagree with you on the electricity from Niger.
Go on, sir.
I will disagree because the the Kanji Dam it can only produce about 560 megawatts per day at its peak, though the capacity is supposed to be 760 megawatts. But Nigeria, you know that we are consuming over 4,000 megawatts per day. For example, Egbin, the largest thermal station, generation Egbin in Koruduya, alone is generating 1,650. Is the one we have. So if the dam, whatever there, and Kanji is out, no, Nigeria cannot be in darkness. Because we are, and then on the war in Niger, Mr. President is not stupid. As long as we are practicing this democracy, anybody that sees Nigeria fighting war there is because the National Assembly approves it, because they are the one that is going to appropriate the money. They will have to appropriate the money to execute the law. The Mr. President has followed the law. He wrote to them and said no. So if he tries it, they will impeach him. And I don't think he will ever try it. So let's take that one that we are going to war in Niger. You know, all the ecowas, they are just using safe place now. We are having standby soldiers. They are just using that to save their face. So Nigeria is not going to anywhere. Please. If we see them go the National Assembly, I will blame my own representative. You will blame your own representative for sending us there. So if it's left for the night, we don't have any problem. Thank you. I always enjoy your program on Sundays. Have a nice evening, sir.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you. 0700 903 903. It is 5:30 p.m. on the dot on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and of course the program recap is what we are bringing to you right now. And my name is Dozie Ono. I have Mr. Peter Anosike here doing justice and of course giving the analysis. I have a lot of messages here on WhatsApp and of course YouTube, but maybe I should take a few more calls before going down to WhatsApp. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, VOP.
Good evening, welcome.
Yeah, thanks very much. Mr. Peter, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Mr. I've been hearing about what you people are discussing. And again, I don't know if
sorry, what you didn't tell us your name and location, please.
I said Mr. Easy.
Where are you calling us from?
Ijeoma.
Okay, please continue.
Sorry, the palliative. I know people will not talk about it, but I heard it during the week that they everybody they are going to share palliative. Is it true?
Well, that was what we had.
That's what we heard. That's
5
what we
billion
heard.
naira will be given to each state, and of course, 5 trailer loads of rice will be given to the states, but we haven't seen any yet.
Okay, is it maybe allegedly? If at all the money will be split out, like how much would they be giving each person, and how long will that money last? Is it for 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month, or how long will the money last? Do you people have any idea? Because since we don't have, since it's a palliative, we don't know how it's going. And how much is it? Is it by 5,000 or how much? Do you have any idea?
Okay, the information says,
according to NLC, Nigerian Labour Congress, they say it's amount to about 1,250 naira.
1,250
naira.
That is not palliative now. That is an insult on everybody now. They should please now. They should not be playing with us. I just like when you are giving children, even when you give 100 naira these days now, the child will just look at you, will not tell you thank you. So they should not even play with that now. They should come up, they should step up. People talk about that they want to spend to recruit soldiers to go and fight. But they still cry. They are government, they still cry that they don't have. Then where are all this money coming out from? If they can raise money to stop this issue that is coming up in Niger, where do they get this money? And they still cry that they are borrowing. Where exactly is this money coming out? Is it that the money, there's no money comes to financing Nigeria, so things in place in Nigeria, but when it comes to do what is not relevant to us, the citizen, then we'll have money. I don't just understand. I don't know, but I think maybe people that knows can help me understand. I don't understand. Like, I have other people too that does not understand. Let them explain to us. That's just what I want to bring up.
Okay.
Well, I have to.
Thank you so much.
Tupac said that they have money for war, but they don't have money to feed the poor.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. This is Sobi calling from Niger. I'm Nosika Greto.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing today, brother?
Good evening. Welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. For the big board of All Eyes on Judiciary, I want to know if they have written judiciary is the hope of the common man. Would that have been any problem? Or if this big board was placed after the election tribunal, would there have been any problem? That's the first question. And they say the thing is blackmailing judiciary. What Bokachua said in the floor of the Senate, was it no more damning than this? What happened to Ahmed Lawan, that contested presidential and at the same time he was given the ticket for senatorial seat? Was it no more damning? And was it not a blackmail? I hope was it not a blackmail? For me, I don't see anything there. There's nothing like black. They should allow that. It doesn't mean anything. They say anybody that kills with gun will never allow gun to pass at his back. And for the Nigerian military, you see, I'm not sick. Can you hear me?
I'm with you.
Do you remember when we went to Liberia? I've been listening to Alassane Ouattara, who did the civilian coup in Sierra Leone, in Cote d'Ivoire. When Nigeria went to Liberia, Cote d'Ivoire never supported us. They didn't go with us. We are against us in Liberia. I wonder, Nigeria should think, I don't know what they want to do now. Nigeria is trying to support, because Alassane Ouattara is trying to perpetuate himself in power, and that is why he's been at the forefront of this Niger problem. They should be careful. We have a lot of Nigerians.
Is the perception is more or less vote buying to win the people over, considering the election case in court, a situation where we need security, agriculture, electricity, road improvement, refinery, etc. This is a schoolboy approach to governance. It's a shame. They have made us a world's laughing stock. It's very unfortunate. This is the government of West by. That's according to you. This is coming from Dayo from Faba. That was quite a tough one there to read. Okay, we'll have another one here saying, good evening, VOP. My name is Mamada. Please, I listened to the morning business program, but was unable to send this message due to time. I urgently need Mr. Ben from Eba. Oh, okay. That will be attended to. I'll communicate the person in charge of the program so that you'll be properly communicated. Good evening, VOP. In totality, Nigeria is a failed state dancing Rastaman vibration. 1 step forward, 10 steps backward. Aloy from CN Esquire. Okay, we'll have another one here. Good evening, VOP. Nigerians should note this is that in as much as corruption fester in Nigeria and the government is not ready to stop. Okay, Nigeria is not ready to stop it because it benefits them. Okay, those feasting on corruption are not ready to stop. According to you, the nation will continue to wallow in her predicament. Egege from Agege. That's quite interesting. The rhyme there is cool. Mr. Host, good evening. It's not about the person. It's about giving the right person the right job. You can be doing the things old ways and you are expecting a new record. It can never be. I think you're referring to the whole ministerial appointment and the portfolio. Okay, we also have okay, please, I would like to know when you usually take. Okay, I didn't get that. We'll have this one too. Good evening. People are not listening to news. They only listen to social media and rumors. Your guest is subject in his analysis. Okay, journalists can encourage constructive. Okay, saying it's Kola Wale from Igando. Okay, thank you, Kola Wale, for that, although I didn't really get that actually. Let's take this before I go over to YouTube for the comments there. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and location?
Hello, this is Emmanuel calling from Yanapaja.
Emmanuel from Yanapaja. Please go ahead, Emmanuel.
Yeah. I want to say good evening to your, what do they call it?
Mr. Nosike.
To your friend there.
Yep.
Yeah. This, if you understand how this government from APC, their brain is not working at all of them. You remember when Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala wanted to leave that seat when Goodluck said no because of the World Bank of Exchange, this one and that one. Immediately she dropped from that place, dollar rise. We bounce into this hardship. It's the same thing this guy is talking about. Now see Tinubu.
Hello. Okay, that is gone. Please do it to call us back. Whatever thing you have said is actually according to you. That's your own opinion and not according to VOP. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Please, well done for your good job there.
Okay, thank you.
My contribution is that...
sorry, what's your name and location?
Oh, my name is Aliu from Surulere.
Aliu from Surulere, please go ahead.
Yes, I want to say that the government is... they lost a sense of direction in this their governance. Because when they go from today, tomorrow...
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, okay, please go ahead.
So, I don't know what they really mean by palliatives and going back to subsidy again. So, and I remember that they said in a month, what they gather from this fuel subsidy is up to $400 billion. Then, how is it you can get $400 billion a month times 1 year? You know how much you will get. How is it that the one the central bank sent to us is what they even just dish out from there to send to 12,000 the poorest of the poor to share as parliament, palliative or whatever. That's cushioning the effect of subsidy. So I'm just confused. Why shouldn't we be sincere in dealing The government should be transparent, should be open to us, and be accountable. If they should let us know what is happening, because dodging this and that and covering us as if we are babies is unfair. And people are dying in hunger in our streets. Sometime, by 3 weeks ago, I recorded 2 persons walking along the street and they fell dead. So how can we be seeing this kind of thing? And we say, and then I will remember when they are giving 2 million tokens to go and enjoy weekend or holiday. Just imagine all those things. Now, they are talking about 9,000 soldiers to be sent to Niger. What are the what is the origin of those soldiers? Because I remember during the past government, I mean, when they are about to go to fight Boko Haram at Sambisa Forest, I know how they are picking soldiers. I know the number of Eastern soldiers at the position at the forefront there, just vanishing people anyhow. Okay, let them trace the origin of the soldiers, 9,000 that they are sending to Niger now. How many countries that join hands at the ecowas that are contributing the soldiers to go and wage war, or maybe do whatever they want to do there? Is Nigeria to share the lion share as giant of Africa? Life. They should think about themselves and others. So all these things are what I'm calculating, and I don't know where we are going. Please, let them help us, because people are dying.
Thank you so much.
Let them stop using money anyhow. They keep on borrowing money instead of thinking deep how to make out money, things with the little income we are having. We just open our hand and be borrowing. And if you see how they are sharing this money, it shows you that we don't have a sense of direction.
Thank you so much.
Why I'm saying what I'm saying. Please, even I still repeat that this government, I don't know how they allow them to be operating when they don't need to. If you ask me, I will say that there should be interim government controlling the matter before now. It's not to go and they swear a certain group of people in, and they start to go here and there. All corners of the district, they have run around this to make a remark. Is it to make up a remark that we are after? We want to rebuild our country. We want to revive our country, not to go to answer them or make a remark.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What is happening.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Please, I want us to pray.
Thank you. Okay.
And if God should intervene, let all these things cease.
Okay, thank you
they
so
said
much.
all eyes are on judiciary.
Please,
that one is another problem.
We still need to
Why
take some other calls before we go.
Now?
Thank you so much.
Please, my dear.
Thank you so much. Well appreciated. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. That was quite a lengthy one. Okay, we still have some message. Okay, let me go over to YouTube. This one says it's coming from Stephen Uchenna Oduenyi. He says Tinubu is already in charge of the judiciary. Okay, that's according to you. He went ahead to say Nigerians should not expect a fair judgment. Please, we are expecting a fair judgment, Mr. Uchenna Oduenyi. Thank you so much for that. Benjamin Aleto says, fear killed a dream to manifest. Nigeria should know today that politicians don't care so far as they are not killing them. Impunity will continue. Revolution is the key to Nigeria problem. Okay, and also he went ahead to say again, I bet with my house, the tribunal is bunch of, okay, you call them whatever you said. If they are not, let them give the right verdict. Mark my words, except revolution, even Ghana did it and succeeded. Okay, okay, this one is coming from Lucky. Okay, he says, please, Degentry, I don't know why he's talking about I can't really get exactly what you're saying. Let's go over to the phone lines. Okay, please do call us back. We have another message here on WhatsApp. Good evening, Sir Peter Nosike, and good evening, Mr. Dozier Onoha. Okay, thank you so much. This issue of Nigeria succumbing to the Western world's interest is appalling and unfortunate. Just as Russia thought Ukraine was easy to conquer, we might bite more than we can chew. With that analogy of River Niger said, it shows that Nigeria is just Pangolo. Okay, that's the economy. Okay, I didn't really get that. I said the economy dragged left and right because of dollar. I would like Mr. Nosike to state ways this unnecessary invasion can be avoided. Thanks, Layman from Ejibo. Layman, thank you so much for that. This is coming from, wow, this is really lengthy. That's quite lengthy. Dayo from Fabe. I think this is lengthy for us to take right now, but we'll still proceed with the messages. Good evening, VOP. Your guest refused to see those round peg in round hole. He only see the bad size all the time. Okay, this is he also disagree with government intervention on fuel because he and his group want things to turn to crisis. Nobody want anything to turn to crisis. Okay, Peter from Ekotu, you're the one sending this. Nobody is expecting. We all want the best for the country, and there's nobody here in VOP that doesn't want the best for the country. So nobody is expecting any crisis. So I think I have to quickly debunk that information. Okay, we also have this one coming from, he says, that man that is talking about P2B lose the election is not about P2B. It's all about the government not putting on their thinking cap. So you talk to Mr. President to do the right thing. Okay, I didn't get your name. This one is also coming from, he says, good evening, crew. What do you think when ahead of the master crook, everything will go by crook? Okay, crook regard. Don't blame. Oh, I can't take that any further. 0700 903 903 903. I think I'll have to go back to the phone lines before I come back to the WhatsApp messages. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name and location. Hello. Good evening. Hello. Yeah, please. What's your name and location, please?
I'm Samuel from Ojo.
Samuel from Ojo. A quick one. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to thank my brother Peter. He's my mentor. And Allah will keep him and give him long life.
Amen.
He said that we should give Tinubu and his minister 6 months. This is what we give Buhari and their minister 6 months. And they spend 8 years scattering Nigeria and destroying Nigeria. So that's number one. Number two, I'm a minister of God by God's grace. I read Bible. The ministers or pastors that say we should take the election the way it is, with a good heart. I want to put the praise for them. The Bible says when someone will take you to court, because they're the one that tell us to go to court. I want to have to hand an eye gun at court. That we should afraid them go to court. And when we go to court, we should not be afraid of whatever is coming on. That God will put a word in our mouth. So if we continue saying, let's take it in a good form, now so we'll continue until Nigeria get better. So please, no difficult people. Let's continue waiting for the last judgment, and God will give us victory. The last one that breaks my heart, I'm from Imo State. And then you look at what this guy did for 4 years, and still go ahead and asking him to come out again because of land. But my heart breaks when my brother was reading this thing. My brother in my village now, no single man is staying there. If the bag will catch you as a man, you are gone. And from all go. And our place, that is the place this is happening, go. I never go home for more than 4 years now because of this is the word to Christian say, I'm supporting you go because of land. What I know in this world that whatever somebody plants, he must reap. I pray that this man will not return back to him mistake again. But if he return back, the Lord may allow him to succeed. That's my mind there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. 0700 903 903 903 for your calls, and of course 0700 903 9039 for your WhatsApp messages. Hello, good evening. Oh, please, when you call us, do well to move away from your radio, or maybe you can turn it down. We have this one. Okay. Okay, we have some messages here on WhatsApp. This is really, really lengthy. Faba from Dayo from Faba. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, well, I just the call back for I'm look at the call back.
Sorry, I didn't get your name, Andre. Or your network is actually having. Okay, please go ahead.
Nemeka from Ejibo.
Okay, go ahead.
You know what? It's about Opuzodima and the Rogers Okolosha. These people, they have spoke to Igbo State people. All the old Igbo State citizens have to stand up this time around because we are losing Igbo State as Easterners. You understand me? I remember going to Igbo State during some activities, peaceful and amicable, during the time of Samuel Mbakwe. I want the whole Igbo State to rise up with this movement now, called Obi-Wan movement by Samuel Mbakwe in Igbo State before. We call it Obi-Wan movement. We call the whole Igbo State to rise up from that movement and face these two criminals. I'm telling you, God put to my brother. Because they can't continue. God will not allow them to come to Igbo State again. So far as Roger Sokorocha can join with the whole Prince of them today to raise up his hand for coming back for second turn, God will punish two of them.
Please, we have to mind the language we use. God is not going to punish anybody. Please don't use such languages again when you call us on VOP. We don't encourage such. Thank you so much for all those that have called. We don't really have much time, but before we go, I have to take this WhatsApp message. It says, "Good evening, VOP. I join my voice to multiple Nigerians who say no to war against Niger Republic. More so when we have a lot in our plates and the negative effect the war may cause. The negative effect the war may cause on our economy. But if we are to deploy soldiers, I don't think all the soldiers will come from Southeast alone or a single region, just like it was mentioned. I have met some of the soldiers fighting in the Northeast, for instance, and they are from different parts of the country. Yinka from Ikeja. And then, I think that is Mr. Peter Anosike. I think our time is up. We can't take any further call. Your parting words, please.
Well, my parting words is the judiciary should deliver justice. All eyes are on the judiciary. Nigeria is looking at them. They should make sure that they do the right thing. And whatever evil you support today, whatever evil you encourage today, will going to affect you. If it doesn't affect you, it will affect your loved ones or your children. So try and do the right thing. All eyes on the judiciary.
Okay, his team maintains all eyes on the judiciary. Try to do the right thing. That is the message coming from Mr. Anosike. Thank you so much, Mr. Anosike, for being a part of this program. And thank you so much for all of you that